Hi, this is an unscripted video where I'm going to actually set up a SSL certificate for my local development machine for testing and development and so on. Uh, I have this article open, which I created myself, of course, but uh, like I'm going to create a SSL certificate, and I myself is the consumer of this article. I have to follow this because I can't remember every step that I did on setting up this SSL certificate. Okay, so first set up a host name. This I've already done. So I'm going to open Notepad. I'm going to search for Notepad, open in administrative mode, and my goal is to set up dev.distm.sam. That's the development domain that I want to set up on my local machine. So I'm going to open the hosts file for Windows. There it is. And as you can see, I have already set this up. Okay, so this step is already done. I've already set it up. All right. By the way, Notepad is open in administrative mode, as you can see here. Administrator. Okay. So what's the next step? Create a self-signed certificate, open PowerShell in admin mode. Okay, great. So here's my PowerShell. Open run as admin. Administrator. Go ahead. No problem with that. And now what I'm supposed to do is create a new self-signed certificate. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this and see what I have to change. Okay, I have to change this subdomain which I intend to set up, and one, two, twice. Certificate, documentation ID, DNS name, friendly name. Okay, everything looks good. 10 years. Yeah, 10 years is not enough, in my opinion. Okay, paste, enter. Okay, that's seemed to have worked. Now let's check what's the next step. Yeah, got the output. Copy the certificate, create instead to trusted root service authorities, and then export it. Okay, cool. So now, manage computer certificates. Let's open it. Let's manage user certificates. I guess that's the one. Open management console for certificates. Yeah, that should be it. On the left panel, click personal certificates. Personal certificates. You should see the client side certificate for the, okay, let's read again. Left side personal and then certificate. You should see the client certificate. No, I don't see it. So I must have done something wrong. Let me check again. Probably that's, yeah, that seems correct. Yeah, maybe I should open it as an administrator, I believe. Yeah, sorry about that. So manage, oh, there it is, manage computer certificates. I think that's the one I should have opened. Okay. All right, so yeah, there it is. That's the one that got generated. So again, this is unscripted with all the errors and trials and tribulations we usually go through when setting up a process. Okay, so on the left panel, open the tree, but don't click the folder. That's fine. Which one? Trusted root. So I'm also supposed to trusted root. There it is, but don't click it. Just open it. With the right mouse button, drag and drop the certificate location to the previous step. Okay, so here it is. Drag and drop it here with using the right mouse button. There we go. Copy. Now export the certificate. Tasks as export. Welcome screen should appear. Give it a password. Finish. I'm just checking where I should export it. The location. Okay, 1 second. All right. We'll figure out where we should export it. Okay, so here I want to export this. All tasks, export, click next, and export the private key. Yes, export the private key. Click next. Keep the default values for .pfx. Yep. Type a password. Okay. I'll just type 1. Okay. Next. Browser location and give the certificate name. Okay. So here, what I'm going to do is I probably have saved it under my Nginx folder. So because I'm going to set this up for Nginx. So let me store this under the Nginx folder actually. Actually, by the way, that I might let me check my original configuration where I have this, where I've set up other certificates. Where's the? There it is. That's the file, the Nginx file, and that should give me a clue where I'm usually saving my certificates. Okay, let's check one where I have actually yeah, that has SSL. So I'm actually saving the certificate. Okay, where am I saving it? Server name root. It has also SSL location. Okay, there it is. So usually under the domain, the production folder where I have all my sites. Okay, so I'm storing them usually under the same domains for those sites. So for example, here is one. Let's say, okay, this one is under lab SSL, and some of these are under some of these are under the lab. I've got a folder called lab where I have these SSL certificates. But what I would highly suggest is you store them under the domain name where you intend to store them. Not on the www, of course, because that's the document folder. Okay, I have a file. I'm going to move my development code under www, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder here for my keys, and create a folder for log files. Okay, and so under keys, I'm going to export the what is it? Export the private keys, I presume. Yeah. Okay. So let me do that. Browse to that location. Yeah. And give the file name. So what name do I recommend? Check. Okay, with the .pfx. And that's what I'm recommending. Certificate name cert.pfx. So that sounds good. Under dev.yazidin.keys cert.pfx. Let's do that. Let's click next and finish. Successful export. Let's check that folder. Yeah, looks good. So click finish. So that step is done. Now let's create the server side certificate and key. Okay, so I have OpenSSL already installed. All I need to do is type in these commands. So these are the 3 commands that I will need to type in. So I'm going to prepare them here. So yeah, looks good, looks good, looks good. Very nice. So oops. So first one I'm going to copy. I'm going to go to this folder, open a Windows terminal, and start pasting them. Enter the password. This should be the same password that you typed when you created when you were exporting the certificate. Okay, the next again, and finally one more time for the key. Very nice. So I should have 3 files now. Yeah, the one exported and the 3 files that I just created right now. Perfect. So now all I have to do is edit my Nginx file and set up the site. So what I'm going to do is just going to copy one of the existing settings and just change everything there. So I'll set it up for both a normal HTTP, again HTTP and HTTPS as well. So 443 for the SSL and just 8080 for the normal HTTP. The server name, okay, so server name is going to be this. That's my server name. Okay, the root folder, the www root folder is going to be this. So I'm going to copy. That is my root folder, and the log. Here's the log. Okay, rename it to logs. Here should be my logs folder for the access log, and this one for the error log. Looks good. The index file. Okay, now the certificates themselves. So the certificates are now located in the keys. So here is my cert.pm and here is my server key. Cert.pm and the server.key. Everything looks nice. So that's it. That's all I have to do. And now restart my server at the Nginx. Okay, just to show that it is indeed going to work, what I'm going to do is try to first of all access that domain. So it is send and 8080 is for the normal. It shouldn't work because I haven't restarted my Nginx server, and the other one I'm just preparing. So this should be accessible, and the other one with HTTPS, it was a 4420, I guess. Let me just check what I wrote. 443. I think it should be 4420. Yeah, that sounds better because I might have other stuff set up in the future, so I want to be slightly non-standard. Yeah, that's what I want. So, and I want to access that at 4430 exactly. So the HTTPS should be at 4430 and HTTP should be at 8080. Okay, that is what I will end up having. So now all I have to do is check. Yes, it's not working, of course, because I need to restart Nginx. Let's do that. Okay, reload, I believe. Yeah, reload. Okay. No, that's not the domain. That's another domain I have there. Oh, come on. That is what I want. Okay, it's being redirected for some reason. Let's check if the HTTPS works. Okay, this message should not show this message because we just set everything up. Why is it showing that message? Okay, first of all, I don't have an index page, so let me just create one. Even if I don't, I should still see the folder structure at least. Okay, let me see what's going on. Test. Okay, for some reason, test.sun 8080. Why is it redirecting here? Did I already try to set it up before? I might have. So let me check that if I have already set this domain or tried to. No, I didn't. What is the problem? check-in logs index. Okay, let me also set up index.php auto index on. Okay, wait. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I need to. But that's for PHP. So because I have a PHP server running at 9193, the PM PHP server running in CGI fast mode on this port. So which PHP file should redirect to. Uh, Everything looks fine. Maybe I need a hard reload. So maybe I should stop and start. Yes. That should be running. There. How beautiful is that? Connection is secure. Yeah, that this is coming because of that message we typed in. But it works. So all we needed to do was a hard restart of Nginx. There. And let's check the non-secured mode. Okay, here's the S. Okay, that is going there for I have no idea why. But in the SSL mode, it's working pretty well. Okay, so that should be it. And if you want me to debug why it's not working for 8080, let's spend some time on that. Yeah, the port doesn't need to be different since the name is 8080. So it should have worked. Some kind of caching issue. Let's try using another browser. Because sometimes they have a bad tendency to cache the results. Oops. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, there it is. It's 0 working perfectly. HTTP dev DSDN 0 and secured mode 4430 should also be fine. Okay, Firefox will give you this warning, so just don't care. That is the Firefox thing. But for Chrome-based browsers, it should be just fine. That's now working also. So it was this Windows cache thing that was getting in the way. Okay, 8080. Let's try. No, for some reason this isn't working here, but it is working fine here. And let's check some more. Yeah, it's working fine here as well. Yeah, it's working fine here as well. So for the development version of Chrome, it is complaining. Yeah, it's still complaining. I wouldn't care much. This is the development version. For some reason, it is probably caching the result from somewhere. But as you can see, it's working fine. So both the non-HTTPS and the HTTPS version should be fine, working fine, and no errors. There's no doesn't generate any errors, and says that certificate is valid. So thank you. That is all I had to show, and I followed this tutorial here, and the step 5 was the test, and it works just fine. And okay, here's the Nginx example, which I have also shared. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. And I hope you find it useful. It is very long, as you can see all these steps, but these steps are rock solid. Uh, as you can see, what I followed using this video tutorial, and I wrote this in February, and today is June 15th. So after 4 months, I followed this, and it's working perfectly well. Okay, thank you for watching. Have a great day.